Fast rocket presents, good bad jokes to tell your date. You know, they say humor is all about timing, but I think it's about temperature. Like, freezing cold. Here's one for you. What's the difference between a snowman and a snowwoman? Snowballs? Yeah, I know, the punchline is a bit flaky, but I promise, it's all downhill from here. I like to think of myself as a scientist in the comedy world. I experiment with jokes and sometimes they blow up in my face. Like this one. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. Yeah, I guess that one was a bit of a negative reaction. Let's split and move to the next. I've got a farming background. Not really, I just like to plant that idea in people's minds. Here's a good one. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. Yeah, it's corny, I know, but hey, it's not easy to harvest these laughs. Speaking of farms, you know what's the biggest gossip hub in the world? A farm. Why don't we ever tell secrets on a farm? Because the potatoes have eyes, the corn has ears, and the beans stalk. Well, I thought that was amazing, but maybe I'm just full of crap. I'm married, which means I'm well versed in making mistakes. Like this one time, I told my wife she should embrace her mistakes. She gave me a hug. Guess I walked right into that one, didn't I? Comedy's a tough field, folks, but marriage is tougher. Now, let's talk about ants. Those tiny creatures are fascinating, aren't they? Here's something about them. Why don't ants get sick? Because they have little antibodies. I guess that joke didn't bug you as much as I thought it would. Maybe it was just too small to notice. I've always found fish to be interesting creatures, you know, swimming around, looking fishy. What do you call a fish with no eyes? FSH. I can see that one didn't go swimmingly. Maybe it was just a little too fishy for your taste. I'm a musician at heart. But, not a good one. I used to play piano by ear, but now I use my hands. That's not how the saying goes. Well, I've never been one for fine-tuning. I always found math to be depressing. Like this little guy. Why was the math book sad? Because it had too many problems. But hey, don't we all? Math and misery, folks, they're just part of the equation. So, I've been studying ancient civilizations. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day, but this joke was. I, for one, like Roman numerals. I can tell that joke's an X, but I was hoping it would be a perfect X. Did you know I'm a part-time makeup artist? I told my friend she drew her eyebrows too high. She seemed surprised. You know, they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but I think it's in the eyebrow of the bee surprised. I have a friend who's terrible at poetry. He asked me, what rhymes with orange? I said, no it doesn't. I guess that joke was a bit of a rhyme crime, wasn't it? I might be barred from poetry night. Religion is a touchy subject, but coffee? That's grounds for a good joke. How does Moses make his coffee? He brews it. That joke's a little steep, isn't it? Don't worry, I promise not to milk it. I'm not just a comedian, I'm also a construction worker. Of jokes. I have a joke about construction, but I'm still working on it. I guess that one's still under construction. Maybe I should have put a hard hat on before telling it. Time travel jokes are my favorite. They never get old, do they? I was going to tell a time traveling joke, but you didn't like it. I suppose that's a bit of a paradox, isn't it? Or did I just spoil the ending? Stairs, am I right? Always thinking they're a step ahead. I don't trust stairs. They're always up to something. I guess that joke didn't quite land. Maybe I should take an elevator next time. Now, who doesn't love a good pizza? I would tell a joke about pizza, but it's a little cheesy. I know, that one was a bit doughy. I guess I just can't top it. Chemistry, it's all about reactions, isn't it? I'd tell you a chemistry joke, but I know I wouldn't get a reaction. Ah, I see, that one was a bit inert. Perhaps it just didn't have the right elements. Speed bumps, they're just one of life's little obstacles, aren't they? I have a fear of speed bumps, but I'm slowly getting over it. Maybe that joke didn't quite hit the mark. I guess it was a bit of a speed bump in this routine. Finally, let's end on a high note, or maybe a paper note. I could tell a joke about paper, but it's terrible. You thought that was a ripoff, didn't you? I guess my comedy is just paper thin. Smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.